Okay, so in this video, I'm going to teach you how to create this kind of patchwork. So this is the patchwork that I created, and I'm going to try to recreate it. Let's see if we can do that. All right, so with the quilt that I just showed you, I basically used just the denim stripes and then the plaid. I just use different colors, and you don't have to use all your textures in one pattern. So let's start with the denim stripe. So I'm going to start here with a really light, this color is fine. So this is my first layer, and I'm gonna pick a different color for my second layer. Sorry about that. Okay, so I have 1 and 2, and what I want to do is, in case you're wondering why I keep turning on and turning off layers, this is for the beginners. So if you're creating seamless patterns, you want to make sure that your snapping and your magnetics are on, and distance velocity should be maximum. The reason why I'm turning it off is that I need to achieve or be able to see that yellow line when it snaps. Can you see the yellow or no? The orange line. It should be across your canvas. And if you don't turn off the other layer, it's actually harder to get that orange line. So all throughout the tutorial, you will see me turning on and turning off other layers when I'm working on the other one. So yeah, just to let you know. So we have 1 and 2, we can merge them together. You can totally work on these layers. You just have to duplicate that, put the other one on top, and then you can flip it. That's it. You can work on this already, but I promise you that I'm going to show you how I did the other one. So the next one, I'm going to go for lighter color, right? So I'm going to use the plaid. We can turn this off for now. Okay, so the plaid, right? And then I'm going to add another layer on top, set it to clipping mask, and then set it to multiply. And I want to add here denim straps because I want some kind of texture to it. So I just try to make my color darker, even though it's already on multiply. I want it even more darker. So there you go. I have the plaid and I have the denim. So I just merge them together. And I'm going to need one more. So I can probably go with blue. You can pick any color here. So what is the other one that I used? Yeah, I can just go with blue like this. Okay. So now we have 2. We are going to do the same thing. The same thing. Yeah, there you go. So this one goes on top. There you go. So we have 4, right? 4 squares. So we can merge them together. They are now in one layer. Now what we are going to do next, I want to put my stitches on another layer just in case I want to make changes. I don't want to ruin my base layer. So we can pick any color and any stitch here. When putting stitches, I suggest that you don't put it all the way to the edge. Just leave it, even just the tiniest gap that you can do that. And for your stitches, it doesn't have to be perfect straight, because when quilting, to achieve that kind of realistic look, it's actually not straight, and I'm going to show you another technique later. And if you want to add the stitch effect on just one square, that's totally okay. But if you want to add it in all of your squares, that's totally fine too. But again, it doesn't have to be like that. So if you want to save time and you want to have variations, we can put it on one corner only or one square only. But I'm going to show you how to put it on all of the corners, including the edges here, because we can do this. You definitely cannot do that. It's not going to be seamless, but I'm going to show you how to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick different colors. I'm bad at colors, guys, so you can probably do this better than me. Oh, yellow. Do I want to put yellow here? Sure, why not? Right? What else can I use? Oh, that should be okay, right? This is a tutorial. And I can even duplicate it to make it darker. So I think I'm good with that. I can merge them. And what we are going to do is to go to Liquify. So go to your adjustments tool and go to Liquify. And you want to make sure that you're on push and the size is about 44. It actually depends on you. So we want to go over to push to give it a little wavy vibe, wavy effect. But don't try not to go to the edges or not to touch the edges. You can go to the middle part. Just push whatever you want to do, just like that. And now you can see it has a wavy effect, just like what a blanket or quilt would look like. This is your chance to add something in the middle of these two, which is actually for me very cute effect. So we have here a stamp that's called heart double crochet. You can just add it here, okay, dark blue. And then you can add another layer on top. And the reason why I keep adding layers, because I don't want to mess it up or undo or something like that. And you can add the stitch here. It looks like a patchwork, right? So it's really cute. And then aside from that, you can definitely use the crochet or even the slip stitch. You can just randomly draw a line here, just like that. You know, quilt sometimes is weird, so you can do anything. I think that's cute. And again, you can use the crochet brush to draw a heart. Can you see it? You can draw a heart with this brush or draw anything. We have 2 hearts already. I think I want to move this a little bit. Yep, there you go. And I can merge it, add another layer on top, because so far I'm happy with how it turned out. And again, you can use any brush here or yeah, any brush or stitches. So I think I'm good with that. So we're good. Merge all of them. Now duplicate this one, turn off, and it doesn't matter if it goes up or down first or left or right. And you're probably wondering what I meant with that. But so what I'm gonna do now is to drag it to the right. You can drag it to the left first. Again, it doesn't matter. Okay, the purpose of that is for us to be able to work on this because these were on the corners or the edges. So they are now in the middle. We can go ahead and work on it. So we can add more stitches. Again, I'm just going to randomly select any stitch here and any color of your choice. There you go. And I think I want to go with a cross stitch because it doesn't love cross stitch. There. I think that's perfect. And now you can even add something in the middle. I do have a lot of, brush stamps, like a lot already in my website. So you can just go ahead and check if you want to add more elements to it. And the other one that I did, I used what? I used a snail and I put it in the middle like that, which is cute. It's random, right? But yeah. So let's duplicate this one. And then again, what we did earlier is left and right. Now we're going to go up and down, right? Because again, we need to put the bottom and the top corners in the middle. So they are now in the middle. We can go ahead and add. Let's go back to our patchwork. Any stitch. Again, you don't have to add stitches in everything, right? In every corner. You can just add it to one. It doesn't have to be all the corners. Maybe blue is my favorite because it stands out. It really pops, right? Anyway, so this should be good. So this is going to be your original tile. So if you're selling seamless patterns, you will be offering them the original tile, which is this one. So we're going to save a copy of that. Just hide it somewhere, keep it there. And then we're going to work on these two. And then, so we can test if it's really seamless or not. So do that. And do this until you see the orange line. And check it out. It's definitely seamless. So I forgot to do something earlier. I forgot to have or add the wavy line on the other corners. So you can do that before you duplicate this one. And there you go. Don't you think it's cute, right? If you want to sell them, you need to offer them, you need to give them this option and this option too. So yeah, so that's the tutorial. And follow me on my social media accounts here on YouTube or on Facebook. I always create video tutorials about seamless patterns, about patchworks, about what is trendy and all that. So yeah, let's get socials. And also, if you have time, if you can leave a review on my website, that would actually help my small shop grow, and that will support me as well. And I appreciate all your support. Happy creating!